A very good afternoon to all, and my heartiest welcome to this special online session of the workshop on science, technology, engineering and mathematics, the so-called STEM, as initiated by the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. This workshop will emphasize on the girls, and it is being organized by the Innovation Hub Manipur Science Centre under the Department of Science and Technology, Government of Manipur, in association with the Centre for Scientific Culture Manipur. The first edition of the workshop, we begin with the lecture on the life and the works of Madame Curie. The lecture will be given by Professor Ngangkham Nimai Singh of the Department of Physics, Manipur University. Professor Nimai Singh did his PhD from Delhi University. His academic works include Quarks and Beyond. And his famous writings are the life and the works of some of the world famous women scientists, which was published by the Center for Scientific Culture, Manipur. He served as professor of physics at Guwahati University for many years before joining Manipur University as professor in physics. Now he is also taking the charge of the controller of examinations in addition to his normal works of teaching and research in physics. His research area is high energy physics, string theory, which is also known as the theory of everything. He is also associated with Research Institute of Science and Technology, RIST, Manipur Association for Promotion of Science, MAPS, Center for Scientific Culture, Manipur, and more importantly, Physics Academy of the Northeast. In the meantime, we are also having Mrs. Jina Sharma, Junior Mentor, Manipur Science Centre, Department of Science and Technology, Government of Manipur. Mr. T.D. Kom, the curator of the Manipur Science Centre, is also joining here with us. We have already had around 100 participants in this special online workshop on science, technology, engineering and mathematics. And out of 100 participants, we are now having some around 40 participants, and more participants are going to join during this discussion. All those who have already got registered online for this special workshop will be offered e-certificates from Manipur Science Centre, Department of Science and Technology, Government of Manipur. Most of the participants are found to be from amongst the college and the university students, but some of them are from the higher secondary schools also. Some are from the engineering trades. I think all the people from all sections have already joined in this workshop. The workshop will be focused mainly on the science, technology, engineering and mathematics, which is shortly known as STEM. And we emphasize on the involvement of more number of girls in this special online workshop. We take up the first women scientists of the world who won the Nobel Prize twice in her lifetime, Madame Curie. Before taking off the workshop, we're now having a warm welcome from the junior mentor, Mrs. Jina Sharma. Mrs. Jina.
Okay, a warm welcome. Our respected sir, madam, my senior colleagues, my colleagues, and my dear students. I warm welcome to our special invitees and resource person, Professor Nimai Singh, Department of Physics, Manipur University, and Sri Dr. Rahijuddin Sheikh, Principal, Lilong Hauribi College, and all the participants of today's workshop. Unfortunately, our curator, Mr. T.D. Kom, who is supposed to coordinate this workshop, is on isolation, so he couldn't attend the workshop. Okay. So today's workshop is organized on the topic Life and Works of Madame Curie, is organized by Innovation Hub, Manipur Science Centre, Department of Science and Technology, Government of Manipur, in association with Center for Scientific Culture, Manipur, on the topic Life and Work of Madame Curie. We will be followed by a small quiz competition, which will be conducted by Mr. Dr. Rahijuddin Sheikh, Principal, Lilong Hauribi College. So today's workshop is specially targeted for students with special emphasis for girl students. So before begin this workshop, I would like to take this opportunity to give a brief introductory speech on the Innovation Hub, which is in Manipur Science Centre under the Department of Science and Technology. So this Innovation Hub has been set up to give a platform to the students to innovate and to experiment their ideas, and that it will come up, they will convert these ideas into a reality. So this Innovation Hub has provided a platform to young minds to come up something different. So this Innovation Hub provide a platform for robotics, 3D printing, science lab, electronics, and electrical lab, etc. So if any students who are interested in who have innovative idea, they can come up to Innovation Hub and they can convert their ideas into a reality. So please, if any one of you are interested and who have some innovative idea, they can come to Innovation Hub Manipur Science Centre and also visit our Facebook page, which is Innovation Hub Imphal. So for further part of the workshop will be taken over by Mr. Dr. Rahijuddin Sheikh. Okay, over to you, sir.
Thank you so much for the brief introduction, as well as how the Manipur Science Centre under the Department of Science and Technology is taking up such an initiative for the students, especially the girls students. This year is giving emphasis especially on the participation of maximum number of girls in the science, technology, engineering, and the mathematics activities. So shortly, this is also known as the STEM, which is shortly known as the STEM, and the girls are very much encouraged in participation in all the activities on the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Now we are just presenting you Professor N. Nimai on the life and the works of Madame Curie.
Today I will be speaking on Madame Curie, but let me first clarify, should I speak in English or in Manipuri? Please.
Let's speak in Manipuri, sir.
So I will mix up. I will try to speak sometime in English, sometime in Manipuri for wider audience. In the last one decade, in the history of science, people are started giving much importance to the women empowerment, particularly in the science subject. The reason is the women are considered as agents of social changes. Whenever there is a social changes, radical changes in a society, the role of women and their contribution is very important. That is what Commonwealth countries conventions expresses. In the United Nations chapter also there is a UNESCO section. They also emphasize that the world needs science and the science needs women. If we want to spread the essence of science and technology in this world, the science require the participation of the women for the larger effective means. That is what UNESCO Laurel Fellowship emphasize. So, in this regard, we have many schemes in this world. Number one, United Nations UNESCO Laurel Fellowship and Madame Curie Fellowship given to the scientists, women scientists, their postdoc, fellowship for PhD, and many other facilities. In India also we have Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. We have Women Scientist Scheme, Inspire Fellowship, postdoc, and so many facilities in India also. Likewise, Indian Academy of Science, Bangalore, ICTP, International Center for Theoretical Physics. In this world now, we are having so many schemes to encourage the women scientists. Nobel Prize started from 1901, so we have about 58 Nobel laureates in all 5 branches of subject. In physics particularly, so far we have 4 Nobel laureates. Chemistry, we have 7. Physiology and medicine, we have 12 so far. And other subjects like literature, peace and economics, they are distributed. What I want to say is that the scientist Madame Curie, today's main discussion, she was awarded twice Nobel Prize, one in 1903 for physics along with her husband Pierre Curie and Henry Becquerel. Again in 1911 she was given alone the Nobel Prize in Chemistry.
Excuse me, sir. Your voice is not audible.
We have 58 women who got a Nobel Prize from 1901 onward. Out of that, 4 are from physics, 7 are from chemistry, and 12 are from physiology and medicines. Madame Curie got 2 times Nobel Prize. In 1903 in physics, she got a Nobel Prize for the discovery of the origin of the radioactivities along with her husband Pierre Curie and Henry Becquerel. Again in 1911, she was awarded single Nobel Prize, 2 radioactive elements, radium and polonium. This time, so in that way, she made a record for getting 2 times Nobel Prize in science. So
discuss about the women scientists. We pick up one role model. So this time we pick up Madame Curie as role model. Okay. The full name of Madame Curie is Maria Sklodowska Curie. Okay. Okay. So, what I told you,
radioactive element she discovered was one is radium and polonium. Radium, so for radioactive elements we have atomic number and atomic weight. Atomic number is nothing but the number of proton inside the nucleus, and radium
atomic weight is the sum of atomic number, sum of proton and neutron in the nucleus is 226. So radium is atomic weight 226, atomic number 88. And the polonium, atomic number is 84 and atomic weight is 109. Polonium has about 25 isotopes. Out of this isotope, atomic weight 210 is also very poisonous and used for poisoning the people, And these 2 radioactive elements are widely used for treatment of the cancer. Okay. Let us know about the theory of radioactivity discovered by Madame Curie, her husband Pierre Curie and Henry Becquerel. Radioactivity emerges.
Anybody, if you have any doubt up to this, then we may have some clarification on whatsoever the resource person have spoken. I'm just having some 2-3 questions up to this. If you are in a position to give the answer of the question, just write a message on the chart here given below, and we are taking off the participant Madam Curie asi Nobel Prize anirak phangkhare. Amana physics ta amana chemistry ta phangi haidana takpibani. Masi karamba chahida mahaki nupaga mahaka punna Nobel Prize phangkhibage haibasi ahanba wahangni kanana khumbigani asidaida makhada chat leibaduda chatting leibaduda ibirakpa yai. Vivek Saubam, Samila Sahani, Onil Haikruzam, Jimmy Maisnam, Kritika, Bebika, Tom Brum. Sarmila Sahani, he wrote 1903. She got Nobel Prize in Chemistry and Physics in Chemistry in 1911. This was the answer given by, and someone is writing 1904, 1903, and that's why I'm just giving the question to one, say Christina N. How many isotopes are there of polonium? Polonium ki isotopes se punna kayano aduga mahak na dil tauramba adugumba isotope ki atomic weight se kayano poisonous oi haidana ozana haibikiba isotope to ki atomic weight na kayano. Who is going to give the answer? Vivek Saubam. 25 isotope is the right answer. Vivek Saubam, if you can speak up. Vivek Saubam, who answered as 25 number of isotopes for polonium, he will receive a special prize on the special day of the Manipur Science Centre. Vivek Saubam. Vivek Saubam, are you from where? Achan Bigai. Okay. Get a special gift on the special day of Manipur Science Centre Innovation Hub. And Mrs. Jina Sharma is noting down your name and address. And atomic number is, you are not giving the atomic number. The correct atomic number, it is not 109, which is of poisonous. Atomic number 83, 109, this is not correct. Warisa, Sarmila Sahani, they are not giving the answer correctly. Anyway, we are continuing this the deliberation. Professor Nimai.
Yes. When one electron jump from one orbit to the another orbit, X-rays are produced. X-rays are produced outside from outside the nucleus. Therefore, they are not very high intensity. In the case of radioactivity, these radiations are emitted from the nucleus inside the nucleus by the transformation of a neutron to proton. The radiation energy intense is very, very high. Energy is higher because they are emitted from inside the nucleus. That is the difference. And when there is a radioactivity emission, we have three kinds of rays: alpha, beta, and gamma. Alpha is nothing but the nucleus of helium atom, and beta is nothing but an electron, and gamma is a photon, a light of high intensity. So this is, for example, polonium emits alpha rays, radium emits alpha and gamma rays like that. They are used for cancer treatment. Now, let me come to, again, Madame Curie. Why Madame Curie, apart from two Nobel Prize, one in 1903, another is 1911, Madame Curie was the first women scientist to get a PhD degree. She is the first women scientist to get 2 times Nobel Prize. She was the first able director of the institute called Radium Institute. She is considered the best director for institution builder. She was the social workers in the First World War. When France joins the First World War, there were so many fractures of the army, bone fractures. For the first time, Madame Curie and her daughter Irene Curie, they use X-ray, make X-ray in order to treat the fractures of the bones of the armies. In order to give the honor to Madame Curie, a unit called Curie for radioactivity is introduced. So let me come to her childhood background. Madame Curie was born in 1867, November 7, at Warsaw, capital of Poland. That time, Poland was not an independent country. Poland was under the occupation of, Poland was divided into three parts and was under the occupation of Russia, Austria, and Prussia. The Russian forced them to learn the Russian languages and many other activities. So there was a feeling of nationalism in the mind of the people, particularly the young Madame Curie. She was the last of the 5 children, and her father was a professor of physics and her mother was a school teacher. Both father and mother died at the early stage. So after schooling, Madame Curie wanted to go for higher studies, but in Warsaw University, the women are not allowed to get admission. They are debarred from having higher education. Not only in Warsaw, in many places at the time, particularly in Germany also. But there was a secret classes called Flying University. Some people used to come in a mobile van and they used to give lecture. That is called the Flying University. And Madame Curie got chances to attend some classes in a Flying University. In order to have the higher studies, Madame Curie had to go to Sorbonne University in Paris. But to go to Sorbonne University, who will finance? Out of the 5, the eldest sister, she was sent to Paris for medical education, and in order to meet the expenditure, Madame Curie was forced to work as a governess. That means maid servant in a rich family in Warsaw. She earned money as a governess and she sent the money for her elder sister's education in Paris. So after 4 years, she was determined to go to Paris for further studies. During the 4 years, she herself alone read most of the science books alone. Finally, in 1891, she landed at Paris, and for some time she stayed with her sister. She shifted to independently to a rented house, very cheap rented house without electricity even. From there, in 1893, she graduated in physics in the first position, and again she got a scholarship from Poland and again rejoined a graduate in mathematics. In mathematics, she got a second position. Just after that, Mary was about to return to Poland and serve there for the people of Warsaw and Poland. But luckily, she met one professor called Marie Curie, a technician in the School of Industrial Physics and Chemistry, an instructor. She was given some fellowship to continue the research. So it was in 1894 she met with Marie Curie. You know, Professor Marie Curie was already established physicist at that time. He discovered piezoelectric effect and other law called Curie Point. Curie is not Madame Curie. It is the Curie Point is the scientific law discovered by Marie Curie, her husband. He was an established physicist and scientist. They got married, and now Madame Curie, the name Curie appears in Marie Curie's name. So just after the marriage, we come to know that Madame Marie Curie is the full name. Her husband, Professor Pierre Curie, encouraged her to do research and to be a great scientist. In his word, quote, "It is necessary to make a dream of life and to make a dream reality," unquote. This is the word spoken by Pierre Curie to Marie. Few years, around in 1896, the next year, Henry Becquerel came to their laboratory and narrated some strange thing there. When he had a photographic plate and above there is a key, and nearby that some rock was there. Please bend it in a circle light. Some rock was placed. On the next day, in the photograph, the picture of key, chain key was available. It means that rocks emit some strange radiation, invisible radiation. This was reported by Henry Becquerel to Pierre Curie and Marie Curie. And they formed a team and started investigation. What kind of ray, what is there, from where it is originated, and finally the origin of radioactivity theory was concluded. And for that matter, 3 of them got a Nobel Prize in 1903. That is the first part in physics. Just after that, up to 1898, Marie Curie and Pierre Curie, they started research on pitch-blended sarcolite, some chemical process like dissolution, filtration, crystallization. They tried to find out more and more radium. They were awarded with 2 elements, very, very important element. As I told you, one is the radium with atomic number 88, atomic weight 226, and another is polonium. The name polonium was coined by Marie Curie in honor of her birthplace, Poland. Even if she could not go back to Poland and serve there, she gave the honor by giving the name polonium in memory of her birthplace, Poland. This research converted as her PhD thesis in 1903. In the next year itself, the topic was so important, they were given the Nobel Prize. They got 2 daughters, one is Irene and another is Eve. Later on, Irene would be the great scientist, also got a Nobel Prize also, that I will come again. In 1903, as I told you, 1903, they were given the Nobel Prize. Just after that, in 1904, Pierre Curie was given a professorship to the Sorbonne universities. From instructor to the professorship, he was given. And Marie Curie was given some lectures in a girls' college. Opportunity at that time, they were recognized, respected by the people. But in 1906, Pierre Curie, while crossing the busy street of Paris, was run over by horse cart. He was killed on the middle of the road. At that time, his age is 47 years only. Just after the death of her husband, Marie Curie was given the professorship at the Sorbonne University in place of her husband. Was highly respected by the academician at the time, and many scientists all over the world, they came to attend her lectures. So slowly in 1903, she established a laboratory of radium in collaboration with a Pasteur Institute, and later on, that converted to the Radium Institute. In 1912, he was the director of the new institute. There was a very famous physicist called Professor Langevin. Langevin was a very, very good family friend for many years. And Langevin had 5 children, and for some time Langevin was away from the family, and there was some rumor that there was some love affairs between Marie Curie and Paul Langevin. It created some problems to Marie Curie, and she was the member of the French Academy of Science. In the election, second time, she was not elected because of this bad image. Meantime, in 1911, at this point of time, the Swedish Academy of Science in Stockholm announced that the Nobel Prize would be awarded, second Nobel Prize would be awarded to Madame Curie for the discovery of radium and polonium in chemistry. This time, her husband was already dead, therefore, Nobel Prize was awarded to her only. On the Nobel ceremony, she went there in Stockholm along with her eldest daughter Irene. The France also joined the Second World War, and from 1914 to 1916, Madame Curie, along with her daughter Irene, served the military in the treatment of the broken fracture of the armies. She was an X-ray technician, the driver, fundraising, and everyone. She served for few years till the First World War ended, and the whole people of the France again praised him like anything. The daughter of the France, the real daughter of the France. So remaining part of her life, she dedicated to the Radium Institute. During 1921 to 1929, she went to America and many countries to raise the fund for the research institute. She took the help of one American journalist, Mary Maloney. With the help of Maloney, she could raise a lot of fund for the Radium Institute. Slowly, Radium Institute became #1 in the world, and many scientists all over the world joined there. And her daughter Irene were employed there in the Radium Institute. They look after the Radium Institute also. In the last phase of the life, she got leukemia, blood cancer, because of strong interaction, constant interactions with radioactive element. She got leukemia, that is blood cancer. It is due to the constant interaction with radioactive elements. Finally, in 1934, July 4, at the age of 67, she was dead. In the Radium Institute was handed over to Irene and Frederick Joliot. And these two scientists, they got also Nobel Prize from the Institute for the discovery of the artificial radioactivity in chemistry. One can manufacture the radioactive element also artificially, not necessarily produced. And Irene Joliot and Frederick Joliot were given the Nobel Prize for the artificial radioactivity in chemistry. When Mary was a young girl, her father taught her many good lessons, like not to be beaten down by person or by events. You must always overcome the difficulties. Madame Curie always remembered her father's advice, and she tried to overcome all kinds of difficulties, poverty, everything in her life. The writers used to compare the life of Madame Curie as her life is, in one word, heroic. There is a essence of heroism in her life story. From her life story, we learn that hard work, patience, consistency are the important ingredients to become a great person.
Thank you so much, sir. Now you have heard all about Madame Curie. Madame Curie, her daughter, and her husband also. And Madame Curie's family is also known as the Nobel family. My next question is why Madame Curie's family is known as Nobel family. Just write the answer here, or you can unmute your audio and speak up. Anybody of you, just tell me why Madame Curie's family is known as the Nobel family. No one is going to give the answer. Professor Nimai is again going to give the answer.
Number one, Madame Curie and her husband Pierre Curie got Nobel Prize. Again, Madame Curie's daughter and Irene Curie, later on Irene Joliot, and Irene's husband Henrik Joliot, they also got a Nobel Prize from Radium Institute. It is a second generation like that. So this is why we used to call Nobel family.
Aduna Madame Curie ki family se mayamna Nobel family harga khanne maram de moge family state da mi ahum si loinamak Nobel Prize phangkhiba ngakani ado hangjari ba mathangi wahang se
Madame Curie ki machanupi Irene Joliot Curie mahaki nupagi maming maso dum Nobel Prize phangwada yauri bani maming kari kauge. We have got some of the participants who gave the answers correctly, or some a little bit deviated from the correct answer, whose names are, I'm just reading out the names. First, I just want to mention the name of Mr. Bibek. Bibek is Bibek Saubam. Bibek Saubam, thank you so much for giving the answers of some of the questions which are said to you. Next, I just want to extend my heartfelt thanks to Samila Sahani and Yai Fabi. Samila Sahani, Yai Fabi, Preti Tongbram, Bibek Sobam. These are a few of the participants who gave the answers in the chatting session. Here you see the section where we have had so many chats during the course of the talk. And these participants, Yaifabi, Bibek Sobam, Priyo Asa, she has just given the name of the husband of Irene Joliot Curie, which is given as Friedrich. I think it is not the correct answer. Friedrich Joliot Curie. Bibek Sobam has rightly given the answer. So Bibek Sobam will specially be offered a special prize on the day of the Manipur Science Centre. This Frederick, it has got some spelling mistake. And then Priyo Asa, again we have some of the answers like Preti Tongbram. In the question, what is the difference between natural radioactivity and artificial radioactivity? She has just written like this. Natural radioactivity is a spontaneous and the artificial is non-spontaneous. I think the answer is very short and it is not yet sufficient to give the correct explanation of the natural and the artificial radioactivities. Anyway, we'll offer a special gift. And here again, Sarmila Sahani has written, natural radioactivity comes from element in nature. But artificial radioactivity comes from element created in nuclear reactor and accelerator. Because their family, this is the answer. So Professor Nimai will clarify what is the basic difference between natural radioactivity and artificial radioactivity, why Madame Curie was so important and she was awarded the Nobel Prize. The answer lies in the difference between natural radioactivity and artificial radioactivity. She has given so many contributions in the invention of some artificial radioactivity. Professor Nimai will supplement the thing.
Artificial radioactivities are created in the laboratory by the transformations of the elements. So, according to the nature of the artificial radioactivities, we can apply in many other things like cancer treatment, disease treatment. We can create artificial, and these are used for other diagnosis. That's all.
And also to some questions like what was the final stage of the Madame Curie's life?
The answer was given by Warisa. She was suffering from leukemia. So I think she has rightly given the answer of the question. So Warisa will also receive a special prize on the special day of the Manipur Science Centre.
Mrs. Jina Sharma is noting down all the names. I'm also having one record here anyway. And Tom Tombram. Tom Tombram has written she suffered from aplastic anemia. I don't think this is the correct answer. Professor Nimai. She was suffering from leukemia, cancer causing radiations.
No. There is another name. The same leukemia has another scientific name called pernicious anemia. But I didn't mention that one in my talk.
He is giving the answer as plastic anemia.
No.
So this plastic anemia is no longer there.
I didn't mention that one, but
okay. Anyway, so Warisa and then Vivek Sobam. She suffered from leukemia. He has already given the answer correctly.
Then Samila Sahani, in one of the question, what was the last stage of Madame Curie, that she did not give the answer. Like this, we have collected some of the participants who are supposed to receive the special prizes on the day of the Manipur Science Centre. Now, I'm just coming back to my question. I think everybody can see. I'm just sharing. Okay, I'm just sharing. Here is one screen share. Please look up at there, and I'll just have some of the questions which are referring to science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Madam Jina Sharma, have you seen my screen share? Right. This quiz competition, and it is organized by Innovation Hub Manipur Science Centre, Department of Science and Technology, Government of Manipur, in association with Centre for Scientific Culture Manipur. Centre for Scientific Culture Manipur is a non-profitable, non-government organization which is working in the field of the promotion of science activities, especially amongst the youths. And we are also promoting the participation of women in science. Centre for Scientific Culture Manipur has published one book written by Professor Ngangkham Nimai Singh, who is also now as the resource person of this session, Saknai Rabi Scientist Singi Wari. And it was published by the Secretary, Centre for Scientific Culture Manipur. And we have also organized some of the science activities so far. What is the number of neutrons in the isotope of uranium-238? That is I'm just giving you the 92, 119, 146, 238. Number of neutrons in this isotope of uranium-238. Anyway, the answer is, this is 146. Next question, please. Have a look on the screen. You see all radioactive sources, they have a half-life. It is half the time for the radioactive source to become safe. B, it is half the time it takes for an atom to decay. C, it is half the time it takes the activity of the source to decrease to zero. And D, it is the time it takes the activity of the source to decrease by half. Which one is the correct answer? You can keep your audio unmute and speak up. Introduce yourself. In the chatting, we have Yaifa B, option number B, Vivek Saubam, option number B, Sarmila Sahani also B, Warisa, option number A. Okay, let's see the answer. The answer here you see option number D. Because radioactive source
will have a half-life, and this half-life means number A, it is half the time for the radioactive source to become safe. B, it is half the time it takes for an atom to decay. C, it is half the time it takes the activity of the source to decrease to zero. Vivek Saubam, Wasima, Salima, these people, Yaifabi, they are selecting. They are just giving the answer as option number B. It is half the time it takes for an atom to decay. But the correct answer is option number D. It is the time it takes the activity of the source to decrease by half. So Professor Nimai will have some comment on this. They are having some confusion. No one is giving the answer correctly.
Option D is the correct one. You have a quantity called X. Any time X may be 2 grams, 3 grams, doesn't matter. When X, after giving out some radioactive radiation, it decreased to X by 2 half. The time taken during that period is called half-life time of the radioactivity. It is the property of that particular radioactive element. Every radioactive element has its own fixed half-life time.
Okay.
Okay. D is correct.
Thank you so much. And the next question is, a radioactive source has a half-life of 80 seconds. How long will it take for 7 by 8 of the source to decay? Your options are A, 10 seconds, B, 70 seconds, C, 240 seconds, and D, 640 seconds.
Number B, 70 seconds.
Again, 70, 240, 10 seconds, 70 seconds,
70 seconds.
Who are giving the answer? So here, Vivek Saubam, once again, Vivek Saubam is giving option number C, 240 seconds. Vivek Saubam, 240 seconds. Then Warisa, option number A, 10 seconds. No other participant is going to give the answer. This is a special question, and the person who can give the answer of this question will be offered the first prize in this quiz competition. So, sir is serial number B. Tom Tombram is option number B, 70 seconds. Tom Tombram, 70 seconds. Preeti Tombram, 140. I don't think that 146 is not given as the option.
Kritika has 70 seconds now. And Christina, option number C. Christina's option number C means 240 seconds. Yaifabi, 70 seconds. So I'm just giving you the answer now. I click the answer as the answer will be 240 seconds. So I think those participants who are going to receive the first prize jointly will be Vivek Saubam has rightly given, or Samila Sahani, she has also rightly given as 240, and Preeti Tombram 70 seconds, Warisa 10 seconds, Vivek Saubam again 240 seconds. So Vivek Saubam and Samila Sahani, they will receive jointly the first prize. Next, I just go for the next question. Here is your question. Radioactive americium, symbol is AM, is used in smoke alarms. You have to complete the equation for alpha decay. An alpha particle is a helium nucleus. As you see, 24195 AM decays to NP. Who can tell me what is this NP stands for? What does this NP stands for? If anybody is giving in the chart section, I'm just showing some of the people, Kritika, Christiana. So what does this NP stands for? Rupees 500 question. Manipur Science Centre, Innovation Hub, Department of Science and Technology, Government of Manipur, in association with Center for Scientific Culture Manipur, will observe a special day after the lockdown. On that special day, the person who can give the answer of this question will be offered rupees 500. One Warisa is just having had, she was just having some try, Niptonium, but it is also not the correct answer. Anyway, I'm just clicking on the screen. Next, I click this. NP stands for Neptunium. So, Warisa, I think Warisa has a try for the name of the element, but she is just writing as Neptunium. Yes. One Tom Tombrum. Yeah. Tom Tombrum is going to receive the prize. Tom Tombrum along with Vivek and Samila. Tom Tombrum. Please note down Madam Jina Sharma. And now, who can give the answer of this? Fill in the blanks. Complete the equation. These are the, okay. If anyone is writing on the chart section, no one is writing. The symbol NP has rightly defined by Tom Tombrum as Neptunium. Congratulations, Tom Tombrum. What will be the numerical values which are to be put here in the blanks? Anyway, I'm just clicking the answer. Sarmila Sani has 237 NP. And for, I think this may, let us see what is there in the answer. 237, 93 NP. 237 is correctly written by Samila Sani, but 93 is not mentioned. And the one Christina, she has written, yes, 4-2 helium, but she has not mentioned about NP, 237 by 90. So I think it's better to give the prize to Christina N. She has written half of the answer correctly. So this part, that is the helium, as you see, alpha particle is equivalent to the helium nucleus. And this is another, the daughter nuclei by radioactivity of americium. This was some sort of the thing that we have to deal with. Anyway, Christina N. I'm also noting down Christina N, who is also going to give a special prize on the day. Another set of questions, which are the multiple choice questions.
So, Innovation Hub Manipur Science Centre, Department of Science and Technology, Government of Manipur, in association with Center for Scientific Culture Manipur. This is the set of multiple choice type questions based on technology. What frequency range is the high frequency band? Your options are 100 kilohertz, 1 gigahertz, 30 to 300 megahertz, and D, 3 to 30 megahertz, which will be the correct answer. I think Vivek Saubam, Samila Sani, option B, Warisa option D, and Tom Tombrum also option D, Preti Tombrum D, and Yaifabi C. I'm just clicking the answer. The answer is, this is option number D, 3 to 30 megahertz. It is known as the high frequency band. So those people who get the option number D as your answer, you will receive the special prize. We'll declare on the day. Anyway, I click the next question. What is the relationship between resistivity R and conductivity S? Your options are R equals Kh, where K is the constant. B, R equals S. C, R is greater than S. And D, R is equal to 1 upon S. Which one is the right answer? Sarmila Sahani, option number D, R equals 1 by S. Warisa, option number B, R equals S. Yaifabi, option number A, R equals Kh, where K is a constant. Kritika, option number C, R is greater than S, which means resistivity greater than conductivity. Vivek Sobam, option number D, R is equal to 1 upon S. Anyway, I click the answer. The answer is yes, this is your answer. Option number D. Resistivity is the reciprocal of conductivity. And those who give the answer as option number D will receive the special prize. Preti Tongbaram, Vivek Sobam. This is who is this one? This is Nargis. Okay, anyway, these are right. They will also receive the special prize. Next question. I go for the next question. Here you see .ini extension refers usually to what kind of file? Your options are image file, system file, hypertext related file, and image color matching profile file. Which one will be the right answer? Innovation Hub Manipur Science Centre, Department of Science and Technology, Government of Manipur, in association with Center for Scientific Culture Manipur. We are just having a special program on the women in science, followed by this quiz competition on science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Most of the people are giving B as the option B as the answer. Yeah, for B, option C. What is the option C? Now let us see what is the answer. The answer is system file. So B is the answer. Next question. This is your question. The sampling rate for a compact disc CD is it 48.4, 22.050, 44.1, or 48 kilohertz? So no one is giving an answer. I think they are just thinking over the same. Vivek Sobam has given option number C. Let's see. Yes, Vivek Sobam has rightly given the answer of this question. Anyway, Vivek Sobam, Sarmila Sahani, Nargis, these are the people. Tom Tombram also. Tom Tombram, Nargis, Sarmila Sahani, these people have rightly given the answer correctly. They will receive the special prize. Then, this is your question. Which consists of two plates separated by a dielectric and can store a charge? Inductor, capacitor. I have just clicked the answer, capacitor. Anyway, next question. .bat extension file refers usually to what kind of file? Compressed archive file, system file, audio file, backup file. Kritika B, Sarmila B, Kritika B, Warisa B, and Preti Tongram also B. I think B is the correct answer. So they will receive a special prize. Last question. This is your last question. The speed of your net access is defined in terms of which of the following? RAM, megahertz, kbps, megabytes. Vivek Sobam, kbps. Nargis, option number C, which is kbps. Yaitobi, kbps. And any other? Yes, Yaitobi again, kbps. Christina C, yes. Christina also kbps. Then everybody knows it. Okay, I think this is a common question, that the speed of the access of internet is in terms of kbps is the right answer. Thank you so much for joining. So at the end of this program, I'm just winding up the session with a brief speech from Jina Sharma again. If Jina Sharma is there.
Okay, any participants who have doubt, they can ask. Yes.
Mrs. Jina Sharma, Junior Mentor, Innovation Hub Manipur Science Centre, under the Department of Science and Technology, Government of Manipur. We have already had a special talk on the life and the works of Madame Curie, who is an eminent scientist and the first ever women scientist in the world to receive the Nobel Prize, and who is also one of the members in the Nobel family in the field of radioactivity, and how she faced so many struggles in life. These things were discussed, and it was followed by quiz competition. This quiz competition, actually, it is not informal. It is not in formal quiz competition because of the technology that we have had so far. This is Zoom meeting where many participants can participate, but we cannot identify which one has given the answer or not, and some, what to say, the difficulties have already been faced by us in conducting the quiz program. But especially this is some sort of awareness type of quiz program, and that's why we have taken up some of the participants who are supposed to receive the special prizes, and that the first prize, of course, it will go to the two participants, as I have just mentioned, in writing down one of the chemical symbols or like. I think you have already noted down it. And also I have a recording here. I'll intimate you later on. And all the participants, you are welcome on the special day of Manipur Science Centre, which will be announced later on through the local newspapers. And we'll collect all the people who have participated as well as who are supposed to receive the prizes. And we'll celebrate a grand ceremony day. And on that day, we'll distribute the prizes. Mrs. Jina Sharma will supplement as the concluding remark. Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Jina Sharma.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Dr. Mr. Rayuddin Sheikh, for your valuable time. And I would like to thank Mr. Professor NYC, Manipur University, for your valuable time. And lastly, I would like to thank all the participants of this workshop for joining us, and hello.
Yeah, we are listening. We are hearing.
And also all the participants they will get e-certificate through your email or through your WhatsApp within 1 week. And all the winners, they will be awarded a special prizes in the upcoming events of the Manipur Science Centre. We will contact you through your phone. Okay. Thank you very much. I will thank you once again.